Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I felt like it was time for another sit down, pretend we're having coffee chat. Didn't bring coffee with me, but you should get a coffee and sit and watch. To be honest, I don't know exactly where I'm going with this, but I feel like I have been I've been in my head big time for the last 24 hours, maybe even a little bit longer. I've been having a ton of fun posting on Instagram. I felt like kind of a surge of creativity in the last little bit and just motivation, inspiration. And I don't always know. For me, it always boils back down to a self-confidence battle. It's imposter syndrome. It's all of that just gets in your head. I've been having so much fun posting on YouTube, and yet the last couple days I've just had all the negative self-talk kind of things creeping in of no one cares, no one wants to watch your videos, who are you? You don't do your makeup well enough, and you only have your hair done 20% of the time, and you don't have a cute workout space to show your workouts in, and you're not even a good mom because your kids don't even clean up after themselves. So clearly you don't really do a good job of teaching them things. And it's just been all of these you suck thoughts. And while I'm this is so not a pity thing, it's not oh, hey, poor me and care about me. It's just, I just feel like I'm not the only one that has these moments and these kind of dips in how they see themselves and in how valued they see themselves. And I know the truth, but I have to keep reminding myself no, God made you with these gifts. And sure, there might be people out there who don't value your gifts and who mock or roll their eyes, or there might be a whole side out there that makes fun of you, or that doesn't understand why you're doing what you're doing, or why you share what you share, why I would even sit down and have this conversation with a camera and post it online. I get that a lot of people would never do that, and maybe it's cringy, I don't know, but I also feel like so many women probably feel the same way and go through these things and want to use certain gifts, but then as they're using them, self-doubt creeps in, and it's oh, I don't know, am I actually qualified for this? Am I actually interesting enough for someone to want to spend 20 minutes of their day watching a video clip of mine? I started recording a couple mornings ago, and I just I wanted to be consistent. My content doesn't have to be the best of the best. I'm not a videographer, I'm not a video editor, I'm just a mom and health and fitness lover and advocate, and want to inspire and motivate other women in their homemaking and in their cooking and in their workouts and in their nutrition and whatnot. And that's who I am. And I think I've been getting caught up in oh, but it's not perfect enough, and my camera quality is not good, and my sound quality is not good, and maybe it's all for nothing. Maybe I'm just wasting precious hours in the day putting these videos together. It's just all the negative thoughts that creep in that just want to make me stop. My last video got 6 views. Okay, was it because of when I posted it? Was it just a bad time to post where people were busy and not caring? Or did people watch my first couple of videos and then decide it was stupid? Both thoughts can make sense in my brain. And this honestly is not a hey, feel sorry for me, but I'm sure someone else is feeling that same way in another area of their life. And so I've just really wanted to be consistent regardless of results, like for myself, to just prove to myself that I cannot give up really quickly. I posted something similar on Instagram today about specifically like nutrition and fitness goals. And if you're someone who needs that instant gratification and can't get momentum going because you struggle with the discipline to just start with these basic steps and make the choice to start and trust that like momentum will come and it'll start to become easier, and you'll be able to add more habits and have just like a lifestyle build. Like that doesn't happen overnight. And so many people quit on their health and fitness goals so fast, especially in the new year, because that instant gratification isn't there. And in this case, like I've never had success getting like easy followers on Instagram and on YouTube. Like the views are not pouring in, and that can be discouraging, and definitely have me just second guessing why I'm here, what I'm doing, if it's worth it. But even if it's just for me, I just really feel like I need to keep showing up. And maybe it's one or two other women that get something from my channel, that relate to it, that can walk in something in their life more confidently because they're seeing someone else do something that's way out of their comfort zone and just keep showing up. I'm not sure, but that's kind of been some of the thoughts circulating in my mind as I'm kind of battling some of these negative thoughts and just like, yeah, I don't know. I've always been someone who can really quickly talk down on myself and believe the worst of myself. And at the end of the day, I'm just trusting that God gave me a passion for health, for fitness, for my home. And that he gave me a desire to share for a reason. And so that's my little spiel. I don't know if it encourages you. I mean, I'm not on here being like, and then I posted one more video and it went viral, and so you should keep going too. Like I'm literally in this going, I don't know if it's worth posting another video, but I'm going to, because I just really, I mean, it's been years of me feeling a draw to post in this way. And maybe it's silly, but maybe it's what I've been meant to do. And it's just going to take some time for it to grow, for it to become anything. Maybe it doesn't become anything, but I end up with a year full of videos of me just being consistent. And maybe there's a point where I go, okay, maybe this wasn't for me, but maybe I learned X, Y, and Z about being consistent and following through with what I said I would do. So anyway, some of that's been weighing on me, and it's kind of prevented me from being able to record and feel authentic, because I just felt like this pressure to perform a little bit. I think just in my mind thinking, well, maybe my other videos weren't interesting enough, so maybe I need to like have it be a little more curated, and it can't be as casual, and maybe I need to stop showing up without makeup on because it's scaring people away. Like all those thoughts, right? And so anyway, I know this is rambly. I'm really good at rambling. I'm sorry. There's rabbit trails. There's, it's a miracle when I get a complete thought out. But it's kind of just who I am. So if you're here for it, then thank you. And yeah, I love you. And I hope that you feel encouraged by this. I think there's just so much power in sharing our vulnerabilities and not having to have it all together all the time. So I'll share a couple of clips of the last few days. I have like a sweet kind of morning breakfast routine, and what else? I did a couple things in the kitchen today. I made some meatballs, did a little bit of meal prep, made some barbecue sauce, and kind of refilled some spice containers and made taco spice. So I'm just gonna string those together. I keep feeling like, no, I need to film an entire day. I need to film what I eat in the day, like be very specific. But I'm just gonna be okay with what I've gathered. It's a holiday week. There's like so many reasons why I wouldn't get a video out this week, and part of me all day has been like, just delete all the videos that you've filmed this week and just start fresh next week, or maybe don't. And I'm just gonna choose to press forward right now. So thanks for being here. So we try really hard to get our kids to eat protein with whatever else they want for breakfast. So I'll keep like waffles, like fresh milled flour, sourdough waffles in the freezer, or I'll make pancakes some mornings, but I always have them pair it with either some scrambled eggs, or in this case, she chose yogurt this morning. So she'll eat that, and then she wanted oatmeal. So then I know that she at least had more of a blood sugar balancing breakfast, and I'm not just loading her up on carbs to start the day. And if I'm being totally honest, there are days that I really struggle to get them to actually finish whatever protein I give them. So I started with her yogurt before I bring her oatmeal over, but that doesn't always work out for me. They're still kids. It still can be a struggle sometimes, but I'm noticing they're starting to pick up on it themselves and be like, oh mom, I grabbed a yogurt for breakfast before I put my toast in, or whatever. So I think that's my ultimate goal. It's just like teaching them to think about it, and teaching them that habit as they get older. So it may not always be perfect as their kids. Oh wow, you did such a good job. Show me. Oh, it's so nice. Good job. Here you go, dear.
Thank you, dear.
Bacon.
Thank you, dear.
Working on your coffee. But I feel like I can teach them just some basics of nutrition as they're growing up, then it should always stick with them. So that's the hope and the goal. Good job on your yogurt. It's like I have ADD when I'm filming in the morning, because I don't actually finish one task in one moment. Like I poured this espresso and then did Bailey's breakfast, started Riley's coffee. So like stringing it together, I feel like probably looks so funny, but that's kind of just, I feel like that's just how it is. No latte art here. Never been able to figure it out, so I'll quit trying.
What's that?
He said, latte art. Didn't I do a great job?
The butterfly?
We just kind of gave up
Cracked
on
egg?
We kind of gave up on the latte art thing, hey? Grace. Here we go. one more. There. I'm gonna put these in the oven. But do not be fooled. When I focus on things like this, my house tends to explode around me because my kids are so busy. But I'm gonna have to call her to come clean this up. Okay, so I put together taco seasoning. I'm gonna stir it up, but there's just like chili powder, paprika, cumin, garlic powder, salt, pepper. I think that's everything. Super simple. Way better for you than what the grocery store has to offer. And I'm gonna stick it in this spice guy. That's what was in there before, so I'm not even gonna bother washing that. Same seasoning going in there. But it makes your life a lot easier when you're on the fly making supper and you're not having to get all your spices out. Next, I need to make another round of barbecue sauce. I have a reel on Instagram showing how I do my barbecue sauce and what I put in it. We seem to go through it really quickly. It's several people's favorite sauce to use. And so I'm just gonna whip up another batch because we all feel a little bit lost when it's not in the fridge. I use the stevia sweetened ketchup, so it cuts down on a little bit of sugar, and then I use natural sugars like coconut sugar and a little bit of maple syrup. Sometimes I do honey. It just kind of depends what I have on hand. Seriously, I got spices everywhere. Apple cider vinegar for the tang. Anyway, like I said, there's a reel on my Instagram, so I'll probably speed this along here. I won't make you watch all the tedious little steps, but and cinnamon. Oh my kids have been in here. Coconut sugar. Ta-da! Ready for fridge. I don't know what I got on my sweater, but I'm sure it'll dry. My hair's still damp from the shower. I did get a workout in this morning. I was like rushing my morning thinking my son had hockey this afternoon and he doesn't, so now I can kind of chill out a little bit, but I like got my workout in and hopped in the shower, and then my husband called and I had to go pick up my car from the tire shop, so I went with soaking wet hair and no makeup. And then I wanted to get some meatballs made, so I worked on that. Now we're doing lunch. We did our spice cabinet, made some barbecue sauce, so we're getting things done, but still feel like there's chaos in my house, but that's okay. We'll just slowly pick away at it this afternoon. I'm just wrapping up editing this vlog. Thank you if you stuck around through that little bit. I know it was pretty simple, a couple of like pieces of days, but as a mom, a busy mom with a house full of kids, it can be tricky to find those pockets where I can talk to a camera without a ton of background noise and different things going on. So that's what we got this week. I'm gonna celebrate that I'm getting my one video a week up like I had told myself I would. So this is your encouragement to do the thing you said you would do. I'll see you next video.